very close to the. Maybe we are in the beginning, not only artificial intelligence situation, but the beginning maybe of the Third World War, or some people call it fourth, because they think the third was the Cold War.
The Cold War, yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think? How it will be the art after the nuclear post-apocalyptic situation?
Uh-huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess it depends who makes it. Like, who would survive the war, you know?
Yeah, of course. But some people can survive.
I hope, yeah. I mean, that would be interesting, like to try to imagine like because there's so much post-apocalyptic art that tries to imagine the apocalypse, right? Like especially in video games. Have you ever heard of the Fallout series?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really trying to like imagine how would the world look like after like a nuclear fallout, right? And
But I don't remember if there is some art or.
I mean, video games by themselves, like there's like the design of the characters in the world in a way that's like
No, I mean
that's like artistic creation.
Yeah, of course.
No, but you're talking about something else. You're talking about like how would the art look after this actually happens, not like trying to imagine how it would look like, trying to think how art would look after. Like, I think, first of all, probably technologically, we'll go back a few decades, right?
Yeah.
Because like we won't have the resources we have today. Today we're like in an insane situation where we have like these, especially in the West, right? We have like these insane resources. Like I was now in Switzerland. Like the productions they have in Switzerland are insane because they have like huge budgets and everything looks so premium and beautiful and like everything looks so professional and you have the best equipment for everything, for sound, for image, and like for lights. So probably first of all, like things will be scaled down to to much simpler means of production. I'm not even sure if they'll have electricity, right? If we don't have electricity, probably most music will be acoustic. Which is interesting, going back to like acoustic music, but after like knowing that there was this like super technologically advanced world,
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, for example, like this is just like something that went up my head, um, like acoustic compositions that try to recreate like electronic sounds. It's a bit like musik concrete instrumental, but like,
Yeah.
for example, that they'll try to build acoustic instruments that will try to emulate like sequencers, right? These like sequencers that they have like these beats that like create like these electronic beats,
You
basically.
mean it's like these music machines they use before the electricity?
Exactly, yeah.
Like I don't know what was the name. There was
The automaton, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really imagine like they would try to build these like acoustic automatons to try to like replicate the sounds of the glorious past, Um, and also like, I don't know, with visual arts, like they'll probably try to like replicate all these like special effects that you can so easily make with the Photoshop, right? Like that you can like take one layer, take another layer, and like the layer on top, you say like, now I want like a specific filter over the other layer, right? And like these layers blend into each other in like a specific ways, depending on their like colors, lightness, darkness, and so on. So I can imagine people trying to like do this to like find like transparent sheets, maybe like a cloth or something, and putting it on each other to try to like replicate these visual effects that we have today, with like all these like digital software. Yeah, that's what I can imagine with like post-apocalyptic art. What is your image of this kind of art?
Yeah, so mm, I'm maybe I like your point of view, and maybe it looks like a bit like Mad Max
Yeah.
society, and there is like punk music, a more simple music, more like a songs, like simple structure, A B
Yeah.
A B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also very important. If we have electricity or we don't have electricity,
Yes.
if we have science community or
Mm-hmm.
not, it's like two different things.
Yes.
Yeah, and also an important thing, the place. The place, if it will be if it will be like real third, fourth world war, it should be nuclear. Yeah,
So
so
people will be underground probably.
underground or some places where the no not toxic, how to say it,
Yes.
not
Yeah, no
safety place.
nuclear fallout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on some islands,
Mm-hmm.
maybe somewhere. Yeah, so it's also I think important for the art, and yeah.
And probably it will also be like that if there's no electricity. First of all, I'm sure they'll invent like creative ways of like acoustic amplification
Hmm.
for music, which would be really interesting.
Like you mean amphitheater or something like this,
Yeah,
or
either like through acoustics, like of the space itself, or like, um, they used to have these like when they just like invented sound recording. They used to have these horns,
yeah,
like these
yeah,
huge horns that would like amplify the sound of
like
the.
Luigi Rossola instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
um, so probably something like that. But also I was just thinking about it because like if you have like a lot of like nuclear fallout, you would probably have like a lot of mutations of animals and humans, and probably these will be like the new demons and monsters you depict in art. So this would be interesting, like what like the like the scary things, the evils, the demons, like the horrors, how they look in art, because it would probably be very different than what we're used to these days.
Yeah, for theater especially, yeah.
Yes.
Or also the performer, instrument performer.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have like four hands or five, I don't know, that you can play like many manuals of organ at the same
Aha.
time. I mean, or use some new instruments or build it for that.
Aha, interesting. So like you have in your community, you have one person who's like mutated and has three hands, so you'll build like a special guitar for them.
Mm.
Aha. That's
Or
cool.
some new instruments for
Yeah.
especially like yeah. Some of people like playing guitars at the same time. The mount uh,
Melodica? Yeah.
melodica and the drums with the legs. Yeah. Leo. New smells.
um cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. Should we drink for more limbs?
For new opportunities.